Welcome back to another video, man. Today we was playing Draft Champions. The kid was using mid blitz the whole game, so I had to upload it, man. And the fourth quarter got serious, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Hit that like button, hit that sub button.
One play action, Fields. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Michael Irvin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Taken at the 15, a short kick. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They snap it to Fields. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Michael Irvin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Johnson again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Here's Fields.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Fields.
This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Panthers.
Kyle Pitts.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey. 45 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina. Wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll look to throw now on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On second down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Back to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy. And
he's going to go down. He's sacked before he can get rid of the football. And they remain down by a point.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Johnson running left. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. There's a game plan you put in place.